So how are you doing, Don? Good?
Oh, yeah. Doing good, man. How about yourself?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. I've been excited for this thing. I've been like planning in my head how to do this, how to do this, how to do this, like trying to prepare.
Yeah? Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm excited.
Yeah, so when I was trying to prepare, the first thing that was on my mind was write an intro, an outro. So I was thinking that maybe I should write that. But then I remember the thing that you said in Aloneness to Oneness. There is no beginning and there is no end. So I was like,
Very true.
let's not use that. Let's just like
Mm-hmm.
get to the point this time.
Why not? We've always been doing this podcast and always will.
From that point of view, when did this podcast start? During the Big Bang?
Before.
Wow,
Time is beginningless.
damn, that's beautiful.
Space is endless. No, any wall at the edge of space, any beginning of time, there's something beyond.
Yeah. These are some of the things that make you like stare at the sky and you just like think about something. Wow. So when did it all start? No one knows. When will it
Forever.
end? Yeah, no one knows, right?
Never. Forever. Never.
You said that all endings are beginnings, right?
Yes. And they're both illusions.
How was your experience in working in that movie, The Art of Gratitude? And did it change anything in you?
Well, it got me thinking a lot about gratitude.
Mhm.
And one of those things is that sometimes you see people who have a hard time smiling, who have a constant worry and stress, and we also see people who have a natural smile, who have a very easy time, it seems, to smile. It just comes easier. Sometimes people smile a lot and sometimes they don't smile at all. And so what I realized is that we are always practicing and creating habits. And if we practice gratitude and practice joy and practice always seeing that the universe works itself out without any need for our worries, we can make that a habit. And so instead of looking at something we don't have and worrying about it, we can thank the universe for getting it for us. Even if we don't have it right now, we can smile and relax and practice feeling the gratitude and joy of the universe getting it for us. And it doesn't have to be like a materialistic desire. It can be anything. It can be, we can feel a pain in our body and we can smile and thank the universe for the healing process that has already begun. And it just de-stresses us and it makes us worry less. And that relaxes the body, loosens the body, and we deep breathing just comes naturally. And so it is a self-fulfilling prophecy that when we are calm and relaxed, joyful and grateful, we're confident, we're more energized, we're more likely to achieve things that are scary because we're not worried. We know that everything is going to come out, maybe not the way we envisioned, but we know that even when something bad happens, that the universe will conspire to help us get through that. And so I even came up with this concept that instead of praying for something to happen, thank God or the universe for already starting to make it happen. And it just gives us that joy and gratitude right now. whether or not the thing even comes true. But it's, much more likely to happen when we are not afraid.
Todd, do you think that sometimes when we have like a specific idea of what we want in our life, we develop a lot of resentment? And if you are in that position, in that situation, when you have a lot of resentment, gratitude makes you like angry. Like some people think that you don't understand my situation. I'm sad and I want to be miserable.
This is when we really need to start to practice. And because we gravitate to the frequency, the energy that we carry with us. And so if someone is very angry, then they may want to watch a violent movie or watch the news, something where people are yelling at each other. And when someone says something that they don't want to hear, that they may know that they need to hear and need to listen, but they are just not going to be able to resonate with that. And that is when I think that we really need to shut off everything. Like, put the phone down and start to create some peace and some space in our lives, and to just focus on our breathing. Start there and start making it slower and deeper and longer. Start to just create some peacefulness around it, some space. The space is where the peace is. So when we're always filling our minds with more stuff, it's going to be chaotic, and we're going to fill it with the mental junk food. But if we can just slow down the body and the mind and just allow ourselves to focus on what is going on, and to slowly start the process of bringing in those positive thoughts, and we can get out of that negative mode. And I think that it just happens when we give ourselves the space. And over time, that will become a habit. That will become a new state of mind. But it takes practice, and it starts with intention and giving ourselves that space to allow that negativity to wear itself out and just get exhausted until there's no more energy left for it to feed on. And like a parent or a coach gently encouraging a kid to jump off the high dive, or do something that scares them, we just be our gentle coach and slowly try to pull ourselves out of that space. And it really just starts with dropping in some of those positive thoughts of gratitude, smiling at our gratitudes, and trusting that the universe, this magical, mystical place we live in, is going to support us like it always has.
So Todd, how long does it take to make a habit like that? Imagine someone who is just like sometimes you are stuck in a loop of like negativity, and at that moment it can be very hard for anyone to get out of that pit, because I have seen with myself sometimes I was like feeling a little bit sad and miserable, and I would just keep on using my phone, and I will just use all the negative information to feed my ego, and it was hard to put down my phone until I was like introduced to spirituality.
Well, the habit becoming automatic will come in time, but we really can get the same benefits pretty much right away, where we are simply, it won't be automatic, it won't be second nature right away. It'll be reminding ourselves throughout the day to notice what we're thinking, to turn that into gratitude and joyful thoughts and feelings. But if we do it repeatedly throughout the day, the more we do that, the quicker it becomes a habit. So it could be really maybe one day of intense mindfulness where we're reminding ourselves constantly throughout the day that whether it is whatever's on our mind, if it's low number in the bank account, and we're thanking the universe that we know that we are going to, thank you God, thank you universe for putting more money into my bank account, or for helping this business grow to this level, or instead of, oh gosh, what is it gonna do? What is happening now? Where am I gonna live next year? It's a steady effort, and after one day, the next day is a lot easier. The next day it feels easier to remember to watch those negative, stressed, scared, anxious thoughts, and to start to truly trust that we can achieve anything. There is no one out there who has something that we don't have, that we cannot achieve our dreams if somebody else out there can. And so really the mindset is the difference, And so in one day we can really see a great change in our physiology, where our body's less stressed, it's looser, we're breathing better. And I'd say probably 20, 30 days, you don't even have to think about it. And you've made gratitude and joy a habit.